Take a look at this fish. Pretty nice coho. But let me tell you, I am running on empty. Literally running on empty. I did not get 1 hour of sleep last night. Up all night, tossing and turning. Went to bed at 8 o'clock thinking I was going to get a few hours sleep. Had to be at Mike's house for a departure of 3:15. That means I had to leave here at 2 o'clock to get there on time. And I couldn't get to sleep. So I'm running on fumes right now. So we did really well on the ocean today out at Westport. And although I only caught this one coho, I did have an opportunity to catch 3 other nicer fish that I lost. Stole my bait, didn't hook up for very long. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about fishing shows. Fishing channels, to be precise. So I'm going to put this fish back on ice, and I need to go downstairs for a minute, so I'll see you down there. Okay. Well, that fish is chilling up there. We'll chill down here because I'm going to be transferring some files from these cameras, and I just wanted to be down here so I can get to that right away. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about fishing channels. The reason being, I've noticed that I have kind of gotten away from showing you what I do and explaining what I do like I did when I first started this channel. And I need to get back to that. So I will do better in explaining exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it to kind of help you guys out understanding at least, why I do things the way I do. So the reason I was thinking about that is because I watch YouTube videos, as much as anybody else does. And I've noticed that there's a lot of fishing videos out there that make it look like, people are just catching fish left and right. Every single time they go out, no matter what they do, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly where to go. They're going to tell you exactly what you have to do to emulate what they do so that you can have just as much success as them. Well, things don't work like that. A lot of times you'll go fishing and you won't catch anything. And if you watch enough of my videos, you know that's true, because I don't just edit my videos to make it appear, that we're catching a lot of fish. I show you exactly what happens. Now, I've been fishing for a long time. I've probably got, at least 50 years of experience fishing for something, somewhere. And I know the guys that I fish with, Brian and Mike, they have probably equal time fishing. So we're talking between the three of us, we have 130, 150 years of experience fishing. So when we're on the boat, we know what we're doing, and sometimes we don't catch fish. Most of the times we do, and a lot of times we expect to catch fish, but that doesn't always happen that way. So if you're a new guy starting out fishing, or if you haven't been fishing for very long, you need to set your expectations properly and not believe some of these fishing videos out there that you see online, that just make people look like they're God's gift to, to fishing. They're really not. The reality is, sometimes you'll go fishing, the fish won't bite. Sometimes you go fishing and it'll be lights out. Sometimes you could be fishing right in the same area next to someone else using the same exact thing, and one side of the boat will be hooking fish and the other side won't. Or you'll be on the river fishing next to somebody and they'll be catching fish and you won't, and you'll be doing the exact same thing. So that happens. A lot of what we do is based on knowledge, experience, but a lot of it is just dumb luck too. So if you go out there fishing and you don't catch anything, don't think that you're doing something wrong. Just try to improve if you think you need to improve what you're doing, and just stay at it. TOW, time on the water. That's what's going to make you a better fisherman. Not thinking that catching the biggest fish and the most fish is important. It's really not. What's really important is just getting out there. When I was younger, when my dad was still alive, we fished a lot. And he told me, he used to tell me that, Gene, I'm just glad we're out here together fishing. And when I was younger, I didn't appreciate that, and I didn't understand it. I really didn't. But he's been gone for like 8 years now. He passed away at 91. And my two oldest sons, two only sons, are moved away. And one lives in Arizona and the other lives in Montana. And I know exactly what my father was talking about, because I would do virtually anything to fish another day with my father. And if I had the opportunity to fish with my sons, and I will, I'm sure, I know for sure, something going on out there, I know for sure that I wouldn't care if I caught any fish at all, because I would appreciate the time with them, because that would be the most important thing. And that's what, if you watch enough of my videos, you'll realize that that's what's important to me. It's not necessarily catching the biggest fish. I've caught plenty of big fish. Not necessarily catching the most fish. I've done that too. But the important thing to me is getting out and getting on the water, spending time with your friends, with your family, with my grandson, you know, with my wife, with my buddies. That's what's important. So when you go fishing, think about that. Don't think about the fish. Think about the fact that you're breathing, you're alive, and you have the opportunity to get out there and enjoy life. Now I need to get up there and fillet this fish. Let's go. Okay, the first thing you want to do is grab your best fillet knife. Then sharpen it. Then get out your wife's cutting board. You're moaning over there. But first, let's scale this fish. Okay, after you get done flicking scales all over your wife's kitchen, let's gut it. Now only do this if your wife has a sense of humor. If not, do it outside. Now when you gut a fish, be sure to get guts all over the countertops. It's no fun if you don't get them all over the countertops. Now I'm sure that you have seen videos where people eat the eggs, the roe, the salmon eggs, but that's gross and disgusting. We're gonna get the kidney out of there. That is the kidney. It's not the bloodline or anything like that, as you might hear some people say. It's a kidney. And we're gonna dig it out of there. And you can use a spoon if you want. Or if your hands are tough enough, do it like that. Okay, let me let you in on a little secret. The reason, actually two secrets. The reason I skin these is because when you season them, the seasoning is generally on the skin, and I like to eat the skin. I don't like to eat the scales. So that's why I skin them, so I can eat. That's why I scale them, so I can eat the skin. Now, if you look at a couple of my older videos from last year, you'll see me doing it outside, and that's what I normally do. Put it on the table, get your high pressure hose nozzle, and blow it from the tail section this way, and it'll blow the scales right off of it, and you'll have a fish that's clean as a whistle. And number two, once it's clean, watch how it sticks to the table or to your cutting board. I'm literally pulling on that, yanking on it, and it sticks right to the cutting board. So when you go to fillet it, you don't have any problem with the fish moving. And that, my friends, is your not a pro tip of the day. Okay, let's fillet this thing. Everybody knows how to fillet a fish, right? In here like this, down like that, cut along the backbone, lift up. And then cut down into the bone right there, but that's okay. Look at that, nice fillet. We'll finish it. Put it here on your wife's nice clean countertops. To the backbone. My wife's watching a baseball game. Follow the backbone all the way back. The spine. And then there you have another one. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do here is get my glasses. Man, I should have did that a long time ago. Holy cow. Okay, now everybody knows there's 1 million, maybe 2 million videos out there on how to fillet fish, how to remove the bones. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. Take your time. But what I will tell you is what I do once I get rid of the belly bones. Okay, once you get the belly bones out, I cut the belly out of the fish. About right here. And I'll do that with both sides. That way I have the belly meat here, and I like to cook these separately. I separate them for two reasons. Number one, this is the really oily part of the fish, and I really like to suck the cartilage and the meat that's out around these fins. Similar to the collars. That's really juicy. It's a little tiny piece, but it's really, really good. And it also leaves the piece left over nice and uniform, so it cooks more evenly. Okay, then we're also going to pull the pin bones out of this. Get yourself a good pair of tweezers. Forceps. And just start grabbing them and pulling them out. You'll see them right in here. Sometimes they'll break off. Most of the time they won't. But there is nothing worse than picking through bones when you're trying to eat a fish. If you lift them up with your thumb first, then you can get them out of there. Just run your thumb along the back, lift them up, and just start pulling them out. Flicking them into the sink. But if you take your time, you can get them pin bones out of there. Okay. Now once you get all the pin bones out, cut it into dinner-sized pieces. Now these are just for me and my wife, so that's going to be enough for her. That's going to be enough for me. So what we'll do is we'll just cut this in half. So that means that this fish is going to provide 4 meals, 4 dinners for my wife and I. Actually 5 because of the bellies. Do the same for side 2. Pull your pin bones out. Cut the belly. And then prepare this for vacuum sealing. And remember, take your time. There's absolutely no reason to rush. Do a good job. Right size bag. Dual seal. Seal. When it turns green, we can cut the bag. Open it up. You can see there's a dual seal there. If you're not comfortable with the dual seal and you want more, put the bag back on there. So it seals in a different location. Do a quadruple seal. Look at that thing, isn't that beautiful? Get that sucker in there. Get it positioned in the middle. Put the bag in the slot. Now what I always do is I always pull a little bit here like this before you close it. Close it down, and then hit the second button, which is vac seal. Support it a little bit and manipulate it to move the air pockets around. There you go. And once you move all the air pockets out to the edge of the bag, it's sealing, it's vacuuming. Actually, it's vacuuming and then it's sealing. And then once it turns green, cut the bag. That's the excess piece, and there you have it. Coho, this'll stay good this way for a couple years, 2-3 years, or more. Trust me. Okay, then what I do is I write on here. It is Coho 7/3/26. 7/3/26. And then I have 3 others to do, and we'll get them in the freezer. Now there we have 5 dinners for my wife and I. This is my wife's second freezer. This is my bait freezer. This is my deer and elk freezer. And this is my fish freezer. Oh yeah. So, I can't believe how low our supply is getting here. As you can see, I still have some tuna left over from 2025. Steelhead, salmon, salmon bellies, and halibut. And then this up here is salmon. There you have it. So now I have to go upstairs and clean up the mess I made in my wife's kitchen. You know, the wife with the good sense of humor. And then I'm going to come back down and I'm going to work on this video of today's fishing adventure. So stay tuned. That video should be ready to go in 4 or 5 days. Stay tuned.